Usyk vs Wilder, the final stand. Tonight, he promises no more Mr. Nice Guy. His career hangs in the balance, and this may well be his last fight. Oleksandr Usyk is an all-time pound-for-pound great, but there is still some unfinished business before he retires. The belts have been dropped, the heavyweight handbrake is off, and the grand finale for a man who turned mythical giants into mere mortals is about to begin. On the other side stands Deontay Wilder, a man whose peak is a distant memory, but who still possesses the one attribute that lingers the longest, a right-hand rocket that has lit up the heavyweight skyline on 43 separate occasions. Every skillful boxer believes he can beat Wilder because technically he isn't that good, but he remains exceptionally dangerous. You know the kind of power it takes to do that to a man 40 pounds heavier than you. Why this fight? Why now? Usyk unexpectedly said he'd like to fight Deontay Wilder. Why does he want this fight? He's beaten all the other big guys of this era, but he hasn't fought Wilder. The first sizing up came back in 2019 when Usyk plotted his heavyweight takeover. Asked who he'd rather fight between Fury, Wilder, or Joshua, his answer was simple: most likely Wilder. At that stage, Wilder's reign of terror was underway, backed by a catastrophic right hand. Usyk probably avoids that shot, but why even roll the dice? Wilder's reign and fall. After Dominic Breazeale suffered a brutal first-round knockout trying to follow Fury's blueprint, Wilder proved how lethal he was. But momentum shifted through two career-altering losses against Tyson Fury, who dragged Wilder into deep waters. Parallel to this, Usyk secured two career-defining victories against Anthony Joshua, defeating him by split decision and proving his greatness. By 2022, Wilder returned with a devastating knockout of Robert Helenius, with Usyk watching from the crowd. Sadly, that was the last explosive right hand we'd see. Wilder's path then spiraled into two Saudi shutouts, wobbling against Joseph Parker and being bulldozed by Zhilei Zhang. Meanwhile, Usyk cemented his legacy by beating Fury twice and Joshua twice. At 38, he could sail off into the sunset, yet he still wants Wilder. Making the fight. In 2026, a flash of the old bronze bomber returned during a fiery outburst and a crazy, exciting win over Chisora. Clear of personal problems, Wilder might walk into this fight full of vigor. At the same time, Usyk showed a rare moment of vulnerability during an out-of-character night at the pyramids in Egypt, looking flatter and heavier. A drop in form opens doors in boxing. The breakdown. Age-wise, only a year separates them. Usyk gives up 3 inches of height and 5 inches of reach, but speed, stamina, and ring IQ are on a completely different level for the Ukrainian. Strength-wise they are similar, but Usyk's footwork gives him a clear edge over Wilder's suspect defense. The X-factor and final word. Both men enter with new training setups, Malik Scott guiding Wilder's final push, while Usyk navigated his recent fights with tactical shifts. The danger that keeps everyone tuning in is Wilder's 1% chance, a nostalgic right hand from the gods that can end the night in an instant. This final chapter won't be fought with malice, but with mutual respect. It offers Usyk the chance to bow out undisputed on top, while giving Wilder one last shot to defy Father Time. As Wilder said, "I don't see this fight going the distance." And in heavyweight boxing, the impossible is always possible.